Oh, wait. Yes, there we go. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. We're going to get started right now. We're looking at gold. So I have a 1 hour supply zone on gold. The reason I want to see if shorts could step in over here is because it gave me a really nice setup on Friday. I actually caught this one on my phone. I'll show you the setup I took. It was really, really clean. It was a rejection off of this 30-minute imbalance. And where's my toolbar? And it was this little fair value gap right here. So we created the fair value gap while I noted on the higher time frame, the 30-minute and the 1 hour. We were creating a basing candle and starting to sell off. So this 30-minute already closed by the time I got my entry, right? So I took that 5-minute imbalance short. I had the entry right at the fair value gap. I had my stop loss right up here because I was looking for momentum. And my target was this next pivot low right here. So this was a real nice trade because it went right to my take profit, right? There was almost no drawdown. Entry, drew down maybe 2 ticks, and then dropped right to TP. This was a nice little trade, almost a 4-to-1 risk to reward. So I'm looking to see again if today, if we come back into this area, or if we could break that area, if we could find some selling pressure and sell off again. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. So that's what I'm looking for on gold right now. You know, I'm looking for us to reject this supply zone, 2763.90. As for crude, what I'm looking for on crude is I wanted to see if we could reject this pivot low right here and push back higher. I'm not really seeing any much support under us on crude, so I wouldn't be too surprised if we sold off on crude. If we're looking at that previous day high, previous day low, let's drag these up now. Previous day high, previous day low. You know, we have an area of interest right up here around 72.37. So let's take a look real quick. Look at these hourly time frames. Do we have any other zones up here? Not really. You know, we have a pretty strong key level where I just mentioned that's 72.34 area. It's pretty strong, so we're going to mark that off as a key level dash sell side, buy side liquidity. Right? Because if we could break this level and reject, we're sweeping buyers, we're hitting people out, stopping people out. People are getting into long positions up here. People are getting out of short positions up here. So we want to see if we want to hit the imbalance and then reverse from there. Or if the hourly, 2 hour, it really does depend on crude if we want to continue back higher. The past few days have been very choppy, right? Look at these upper wicks, which means every time buyers tried to step in, sellers swatted it down. This candle, we opened up here, we pushed higher than that previous day high, and then we sold off all the way back lower, right? So we're going to be careful on this. Right now we are rejecting that previous day highs right here on crude 71.45. It is 9:19 right now. Now let's go over some ES and some NASDAQ, guys. Let's see what we got cooking. So we'll start with the daily. Get an idea of the strong momentum to the downside that we had yesterday. I'm sorry, not even yesterday. Friday, we had a bit of a chop day, right? We had an inside day. We swept that previous day low and stayed inside. The day prior, Thursday and Wednesday of last week, were pretty strong to the downside, breaking us out of this little range we had up here, right? So we could see this range just sort of mapped out with my alerts, actually. But that range went from about there to about there, right? So we had this range, we had the break of the range to the downside, we retested the range, and now do we want to continue today, or do we want to make our way back within the range completely? So we have to remember, even though this looked pretty strong to the downside just these past couple days, if we zoom out, and well, if we keep zooming out and look at the full year, look how bullish this chart looks altogether, right? So yes, short term, we might be looking for some bears, but in all honesty, if we have this weekly imbalance right here, we had a weekly imbalance right here, I want to see if we reject this level right here is 57.33.25. That's a super strong level. We double bottomed on the weekly time frame there. We triple bottomed if we're looking at the daily right there, right? So this is a very, 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 very strong level of support. I'm going to make it yellow so I know that this is like super strong. strong. Yeah. Okay, so now we could take a look at the 4-hour time frame, get an idea if we're creating any demand zones coming into any supply. So we had a 6-hour right here of demand, right? Now a 6-hour demand zone is of course going to be a lot stronger than any other zone, stronger than a 4-hour, stronger than a 2-hour, stronger than a 1-hour. So because of this, right, we were able to find some buying pressure, we were able to hold. So I'm not really going to be looking for shorts over here just yet. I'd really much rather anticipate some type of long position, especially because now at this point, a lot of other traders, a lot of retail traders, they look at only the most recent price action and they're yelling short, short, short. And I don't want to be trying to grab short, especially if we haven't broken these lows yet, right? If we could start breaking these lows, if we could get below this demand zone, I'll start considering some shorts. Without that, if we get below this zone and we fail and we push back higher, again, I'm going to be looking for longs. But it's going to be important to see where NASDAQ and ES are both lining up today. So this was the 6-hour. We see we have a 6-hour demand zone. Come down to a 4-hour. We saw already 2-hour. We'll check out real quick. Now, this could be a 2-hour supply zone right here, right? We have our long upper wick. We have our basing candle. And we have a move lower. But the continuation was fairly weak. And when this move really didn't bring us anywhere, right? Because it ended up coming right back up here. So I don't mark this as a zone. If we wanted to draw a trend line on it, right, so we could know that there's a chance we reject it for a moment, but I don't think we reject it strong enough to make some type of new low day or something. Now, as for the hourly time frame, we did create an hourly demand zone last night, 7 p.m., right? So we had our basing candle, long lower wick. We had a strong impulse move and continuation. Now, we're coming into this demand zone very shortly, right? We're already selling off into it. So definitely got to be a little patient on that. We would be able to have a really tight stop loss if we tried longs in this position. But not too tight. How wide is that stop loss? Almost 4 points. It's not too bad. But this would probably be what I was looking for on ES. So that's a pretty solid. Yeah, that's a tight stop loss. Good reward on that. We're going to keep an eye on...
And it kind of exemplifies how different people see the chart in different ways. And I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying people see the charts in different ways. You see it bullish, I see it bearish. That's kind of fascinating.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like I said, the short-term price action has been more bearish, right? So we have had more momentum to the downside. So I'm not completely dismissing any type of short position. I just right now know, and I also understand, recognize too, that we had that strong move. If we zoom out even to just like the weekly time frame or daily time frame, it has been stronger. But now look at this weekly though. This was a strong candle to the downside on the weekly. So again, it's definitely at a spot that could sort of flip-flop either way. Now weekly time frame, again, looking at ES over here, again, is a lot more bearish than bullish. But again, me personally, I'm going to be very patient on any type of short positions if we're able to hold this area up over here. Especially because it's Monday, right? The week just started. We could pull back a bit, or we could sell off and completely continue and sell off for the whole week. So we just got to be prepared for both. Take a look at where the VIX is. VIX's previous day range is this green dotted line over here. So I want to know if we're above that VIX previous day high. That is bearish. Are we below that VIX previous day low? That is bullish. And again, crude and gold. Those are also two others that I will be watching. Now, gold did reject a 15-minute demand zone right when the market opened last night. Yep, right here, 6 p.m., right? So 6 p.m. we opened. We wicked this previous day low and this demand zone for almost a perfect long entry. I did not take this. I did not trade market open at 6 p.m. That is a little ridiculous in my opinion. I'm not a big fan of it. But that would have been a real nice long entry, right? Now, it doesn't really matter if it's 6 p.m. in the afternoon, 3 a.m. in the morning, or 9:30 in the morning. If we're hitting a demand zone, I'm looking for that zone to hold regardless. And that's why I like supply and demand too, right? If anybody wants to trade pre-market or those hours, Supply and demand is perfect because that could also help you see, like, hey, if we're not near any zones, maybe don't take any trades. Don't try to trade this chop. And that's sort of the same thing with time frame analysis too, guys. Understand, like, is the 30-minute continuing higher? Is the 30-minute continuing lower? Or have we just been sort of range bound and the wicks have just been very wicky, right? We can't make the market move. So we just have to move with the market, right? So we have to know and understand our probability, the risks, and everything involved. So that is crude, that is gold. There is ES in that demand zone I mentioned. Let's pull up ES right now. I'm taking a look at ES on Bookmap up here. Still pretty aggressive selling pressure.
Last few minutes here, this fairly big drop off on the NQ. I'm looking at MQs, but still, a lot of times notice these move before the move. They get into a better position. I would not be surprised to see a skyrocket north when market opens here, because notice how we're pushing way down to get the best price if we go north. Could be wrong.
You saying north? You want to go up?
I'm saying it looks to me like they are pushing, trying to get the price down before market opens, so that if it does rally, they make more profit.
Yeah. Who's they? What do you mean? I'm curious on what you mean by that.
The Illuminati, the people in the Bullishbrs, all these groups that control the world.
Yeah.
And the institutions.
Right. So we're holding this demand zone now. That's a good sign on longs on ES. If we take a look at our book map, buying pressure didn't really step in there, but selling pressure definitely started to die down, right? So we saw we had negative 275, negative 242, negative 356. These are all negatives on the delta. Then once we get to these final lower prices, we're only really seeing negative 8, positive 5. We have one negative 134 at that way low, but we're just going to watch that. Something else I like to keep an eye on is this is our depth of market on Bookmap, right? So this sort of tells me volume profile sell, volume profile buy. Then it does the math just like we have on the chart we just saw, or volume profile delta, right? So this is going to tell me the delta of each price when we're passing it. So that tells me if it's a red delta, we're selling pressure. Blue delta, we're buying pressure, and then also has recent bid trades, recent ask trades. I'm not too interested in that. A little bit to see, how aggressive the buyers versus sellers are. Bid and ask, also not too interested in that too. That's where a lot of spoof orders are located. Session volume profile, those are all trades that were transacted. Same with all of these other ones. So 5750, right? That's where that demand zone is. So we see once we started to get down here, we got a bit heavier on the volume profile delta, right? So we're going to keep an eye on that. Looks pretty good. Hey, what's going on? My Hilo musical. What's going on, man? What's going on? Good morning. Market open yet? I think we got about 50 seconds till market opens, giving us a beautiful 30-minute rejection candle, right? We're going to stay patient here. I'm definitely keeping an eye to see if ES wants to come down one more time to give me some type of long entry. When market opens, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for market open to come down one more time, test to give me a long entry. Depending how the 30-minute closes, though, I wouldn't be against grabbing a long if we tap somewhere over here instead of waiting till we tap that zone again, or even that 6 hour. We'll have to really see how it wants to close. 15 closes. We close in 7 seconds, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a tough sell right there. We'll try a long. I want to move my long entry like right up here, stop loss somewhere up in there. We're going to see how we react if we could come back down there, though. If we can't come back down there, then we're just not going to get that trade. Seems to be bullish for NQ. Yup, exactly. Because I was thinking the same thing. The only problem I have with the NASDAQ is we aren't really at a demand zone on the NASDAQ right now, and I really want to see us, finding something to support us. I suppose there's this area right here, but it's, again, not the strongest, so keep an eye on that. Definitely looks better for the longs right now. We're going to be patient. The market just opened about a minute ago. I'm interested in longs on ES. What's up?
I was talking about, see that move? I was talking about how it went down right before the market opened, and then the market opens and it skyrocketed back up.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not skyrocketed.
I was going to say, I don't know how much of a rocket that was.
Model rocket.
Model rocket. Pocket rocket. Alright, let's see if ES wants to find some buyers down over here. I'm glad we got a rejection off of this this 1 hour demand zone, so I do want to see if we can retest the 6 hour. Maybe we could see if NQ wants to make a new low day while ES somewhat holds. Just really got to be patient at the moment, right? We do have some more selling pressure than buying pressure right now. Delta is more bearish than bullish on ES and NQ on Bookmap right now. I think, let's see. I should be able to... No, I'm not going to mess with that. I was seeing if on YouTube I could change what screen I'm sharing to show the Bookmap screen. I'll figure that out another time. So I like buyers are sort of trying to hold it here. Again, Delta has been more negative than bullish right now. We missed... I don't want to say we missed ES. We really didn't miss ES right now. We're still staying patient. 30-minute wasn't the best close. 45 closes in a net 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Hourly closes in 26 minutes. So with all that being said, I'm staying patient. I want to see how we react down here. There's NASDAQ making that other low I mentioned. I'm going to put a buy order on ES around 57, 52.50, right where we see right over here. If I could see buyers step in. 52, 57, 50. Yeah, we'll see. We'll keep this up and keep it close. I wanna see how this reacts. 57.50. 57, 52.50, this price right here. I'm going to put my limit order out there. Again, looking to get long at that 6 hour demand zone. I think it might drop and give me that fill. Okay, so I'm in long ES. I'm being careful on this because that was some selling pressure once we opened. But I'm looking for ES to hold these longs. Stop loss is in the demand zone. Want to see if we could push higher from here. NASDAQ has been much weaker, though. That's something I really want to keep an eye on. Because if NASDAQ is weak, ES can and usually will feel that. But I really wanted to sort of let the 15 close. Want to let that 30 close. I'm always wanting to be patient on those higher time frames. We're pushing back into that 1 hour demand zone. So I'm not too concerned. Not just yet, Oof, good selling pressure on that. Staying patient right now. Probably going to adjust my stop loss towards the bottom of the zone, like right over here, we'll say. Now, I do like NASDAQ is getting closer to that 6 hour demand zone, which again gives me a bit more confidence in these longs on ES. So we're really just staying patient. Some okay volume coming in down here too in this demand zone. So again, we're long ES. Looking for buyers to bring us higher this morning. We're going to be patient. Worried about the manipulation. My stop loss is like right over here. If it stops me out and we don't break that zone, I sort of want to move my stop loss a little bit in case of that. We'll see. We really do have to see how price reacts, right? Right now, there's a lot more selling pressure than buying pressure, which again is a bit of a red flag on these longs. So I am going to keep my stop loss somewhat a bit higher. Yeah, not looking good. Probably going to end up stopping out of this trade. See right there. Yeah, stopped out of these longs, right? So we are still in that demand zone. So I am going to be a little hesitant. If we do start to push back higher again without breaking it, I will try another long. But look at that. We're tapping it, getting ready to break it, and it's broken. So now it's just a matter of being patient, seeing how we want to react after we broke that. If we want to reject now, was this a stop hunt? VIX is pushing higher, NASDAQ's pushing lower. We're looking for gold, we're looking for crude. Not really seeing much right now. Previous day low, it's way down over here. No, it's not. Why is my previous day low not right? Look at that break, guys. Look at that break. NASDAQ getting close to that previous day low, too. There's NASDAQ in that previous day low. Real strong selling pressure. Real strong selling pressure. Gonna stay patient. Not much good volume coming in, right? A lot of empty volume, we should call it. I almost want to try a NASDAQ along in this demand zone over here. We'll give it a shot. But this is probably just going to be like an immediate stop loss because really not too keen on it. But I'm looking for this demand to pull back so anybody who is sort of chasing shorts gets trapped. But if the momentum's just continuous to the downside, then again, we're just going to get stopped out. My stop loss is right below this new low we just made in demand. Again, probably looking for a scalp on this trade. Not looking likely as of now. Definitely a lot more selling pressure. They're probably going to take this L, and that's okay because we knew how much we were risking. Oh, it's trying to hold. Doing its best. But it's just not happening. That 15 was a lot more bearish. We are hitting that 6-hour demand zone. I'm going to be patient on this on NASDAQ. Because, you know, that 30 doesn't close for 21 minutes. I'm staying patient on that, guys. I actually do want to stay patient on these. Because, again, that's hitting a demand zone. A lot of people were just chasing these shorts. But I don't want to hold in case it reverses and continues back to that downside, right? So we're going to be patient. I'm in because of the demand zone. NASDAQ is finding some more buying pressure than selling right now. Good, good, good. Great. But there's some selling pressure. So very choppy right now. Going to be patient. I'm going to hold this. I like how this 5 is looking to close. VIX it looks like it wants to hit that previous day high. So I want VIX to push lower so we could push higher. So right now we're in that one NASDAQ long. Oh, my entry was in demand. Stop loss at the bottom. So there's a really tight entry on that. Real nice. Beautiful. Oh, man. Nice, guys. Nice, nice, nice. Gonna be patient just for a second. Let that 5 close. All those people trapped chasing those shorts. Gonna be patient. See if we get a pop. I want to get out into some strength. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Buying pressure is trying to come back up. I like that ES did close back in that demand zone too. I'm going to be a bit patient on this. Looking pretty good on these longs at the moment. We're going to let it play out for a sec. Nice, NASDAQ, nice. The 5 just opened. We got to be a bit patient looking at where our equities are right now. Equities are pushing bearish right now, so I'm probably going to scalp this and call it there. Let's see. Give me a pop. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a piece of that NASDAQ bar. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm out right there. Alright. Yeah, no, that was a good exit. That was a good exit. Made up for the loss from earlier and then some, right? So that's real clean. That was a real clean entry, man. I wish I had 2 contracts. That always happens. I'm like, oh, I should get another. Nope. Then I got out and then it pops. That's tough, man. That's okay, dude. I'm telling you, this entry, man, that was clean. That was a clean entry. That was a clean entry. Just trusting that supply and demand, I'm telling you. We trusted it over here on ES. We trusted our stop loss. That saved us. We trusted NASDAQ previous day low. ES did not take out previous day low divergence plus the 6-hour demand zone. Boom, shakalaka. Now I'm going to look for another setup. Probably something like this. Not the best entry. Not the best risk to reward. But we got that right on that bias, right? We're looking for longs again. We're staying patient. Nice rejection there. I am looking at this is a broken zone on NASDAQ. That was a real clean trade, man. Damn, son. ES2 with the chop. Now, guys, check out ES. ES had this level of liquidity low. This is at pre-market low, right? So we took out pre-market low while NASDAQ took out previous day low. We had demand. We had a bunch of things lining up. When I say confirmation, I mean things that are lining up together, right? Are we hitting a previous day low? That's an area of liquidity on the NASDAQ. We're not hitting previous day low on ES. Well, that's Well, that's divergence. That's one thing. Even just hitting that area of liquidity, that's thing number 2. Now we have this area of sell-side liquidity on ES, number 3. Now we have a bigger 6-hour demand zone on ES holding 2, number 4. Big 6-hour demand zone on NASDAQ, number 5. So many things adding up. That gives you confirmation that helps you not stress in your trades. And also VIX, previous day high rejection, while we were getting previous day low rejection on NASDAQ. Really clean stuff. We have crude is trying to hold this broken supply zone as demand. Just a lot of chop right now. Being patient. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. See a few new faces here in the Bullishbrs community. Just want to say hello to you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. Glad you found your way here, and good luck on your trading journey. If you guys got any questions, please feel free to hit me up. And don't forget, we'll never message you guys first. A lot of times, sometimes there will be scammers that pretend to be me. They'll message you guys saying, hey, do you want to copy, trade, or something? 100% not true. I'm not doing that. Will not trade for you. I'm here to help teach you. I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. I'm a trader. I'm not a copy trader. Will not trade for you. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Damn it, NASDAQ. That's crazy, dude. I'm telling you, man. Those demand zones. So fresh and so clean. I had paper hands this morning, guys. I had paper hands. I let 50 points on the table. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. We wait for a re-entry. 30-minute closes in 15 seconds. 30-minute closes, I'm sorry, in 15 minutes and 30 seconds. The 15-minute closes in 30 seconds. Guys, a lot of times people ask, what's your execution screen, right? People always say, what are you executing on? Now, I don't execute on Bookmap. I use Bookmap as a tool. It's a great tool. It's an order flow tool. As traders, it's important to understand what order flow is and how to use order flow, because that's what moves the market, guys. These rectangles and lines and VWAP, this doesn't move the market. This gives us an idea of where price has moved before, gives us an idea of where we can expect price to head, but it doesn't move the market. What moves the market is volume, order flow, all these things. So when we have a tool like Bookmap, we have order flow, we can see things buying pressure, we could see things selling pressure. We could see things like our deltas flipping positive. Whatever it is we're looking for, we could see that easier on things like Bookmap, right? Now, when we have a tool like Bookmap and our zones, what we do is we still trade our zones the same way we would, but we look for Bookmap for confirmation. So like I was mentioning confirmations before, previous day low type stuff, sell side liquidity type stuff. Wow, NASDAQ's still going. That's insane that we caught the bottom down here before, guys. That's actually nuts. Wow. But yeah, it's just a matter of order flow understanding, confirmation, seeing where the market makers are moving their money or putting their money, etc. Now, with all the craziness in the US, anyone trading Baidu? Erica Baidu. Let's see, I can't believe this move, guys. That's insane. Right to this key level, too. Let's check out Baidu. Too choppy. What was this before? NVIDIA. I'm gonna have to try to find another NASDAQ entry, guys. That's crazy, man. I was telling you guys too this morning, right? Everybody's gonna be feeling bearish. Everybody looks at just that short-term price action, and we did get a bearish move when we opened, right? I know Marziti thought we'd maybe get a bit of a pop, but we got that drop first, right? We got some manipulation. Now let's see if maybe we'll get some distribution back to the upside.
Well, I called a portion of that short right there, that drop, so I called a chunk of it, so I was happy with that. Runners got stopped out, but primary target is pretty good.
Nice. That was such a crazy trade, man. If anything, I should have added on this 5-minute right there. Because, damn. Mondays have been pretty good lately, guys. Something I'm gonna note is Mondays have been really, really good lately. 15-minute looks good to continue back higher. We don't have 15-minute imbalance with anything, so I'm gonna be patient. 1 minute. $5-minute. I'd consider this 1 minute fair value gap for an entry back long. Let's move this back to where down here. Let's get another long position tool going. That's crazy. But yeah, Friday was a banger, Monday was a banger, so okay. No, Friday wasn't trading, that's right. So we're just waiting. I want to see us if we could tap back into this 1 minute fair value gap down here. Crude and gold. Look at this, guys. Crude and gold, middle of nowhere. So we're not taking any trades on it. And if we were, we'd end up getting chopped up. Right? It looked like it was pushing down. Had one big pop. Looked like it was pushing up. Had one big drop. Damn, NASDAQ. NASDAQ's going to keep going. That's some good buying pressure up here. Definitely coming into some resistance. But buyers are buying price up here, right? So price is being accepted.
Alright, ES, Northside targets, 57.65, 57.68, 57.74. These are volume price levels and pivot points. And 57.77. So it's tight. It's tight, but they are there.
Yeah. I'd love a pullback at this point, but I don't know if we're going to get that. Another 5-minute imbalance right there. 15 looks so good to continue higher, right? Because this 15 looks like it's going to base, push higher. and then continue higher. So because of that, I'm not chasing right here. I'm just not. I'm gonna wait for this 15 to close, and then we should get another maybe 5-minute imbalance or something. Now my 5-minute imbalances work best when there's a 15-minute imbalance lining up with it. So don't get the door. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
What was that?
You know the song Loser by Beck? It's a good one.
No, apparently.
Huh? Let's see. Alright guys, we're hitting that 5-minute imbalance. I'm not looking for longs off of this 5-minute imbalance. Not just yet. We have our Fibonacci retracement. Brings us that 61% in this 1-minute imbalance. So again, I want to see if we could break through this one. What's that? Oh, yeah, ES looks good on that imbalance right here. Yeah, I would call this, on ES it would be a rally, and then it would base. If this basing candle closes somewhere like above there, so it's a basing candle, it's got long lower wick. So it would be a rally, a base, and then a rally, but only if it closed, like I said, like up there.
Okay, so you would combine the two.
Yeah. Yeah, always on the 5. 5 is my lowest. I don't want to use anything lower. Sometimes I'll go to the 1. ES does look okay to hold here. But I'm going to be patient. I'd much rather be patient, see if we get a better entry. $30-minute closes in 7.5 minutes too. I'd really like to see this 1-minute imbalance get tested because I also wanted to use this basing candle as my next area to enter for longs. So I really want to see us break this 5-minute imbalance. Because also, if we break this 5-minute fair value gap, a lot of people are going to go, oh, it's an inverse fair value gap. Let me short it now. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no thank you. I'm going to stay patient. And it could hold. It very well could hold. Minute 40 left. Again, I'd just rather stay patient. Let that 30-minute close. Let the 15-minute close one more time, right? No harm, no foul in that. If we're letting the 15-minute candle close, that means we're looking to trade off the 15. That means we're going to be looking to be in a trade for minimum 15 minutes, right? So because of that, I'm not worried over a 5-minute or 1-minute move right now. That's okay. I'd consider ES longs here.
Well, we came up, we hit VWAP, and right now, candle's still open on the 5, but it looks like we're rejecting VWAP to the south.
Yeah.
But again, the candle's still open.
Yep. Definitely considering longs on ES here. If I didn't have that NASDAQ area, I would probably grab some longs on ES right here. But instead we'll let it close. Ooh, that looks good. Shit, we'll give it a shot on ES longs. We'll stop out even before it hits our stop loss if we close poor. 30 seconds left. I want to see us close above this area of interest. If we don't, I'm just going to stop out for a super small loss. Because I'm looking for the 15 to continue higher.
Yes, of course. No. Well, no.
Nice looking for the 15 to keep going, baby. Wanted this 5 to close above. Perfect. We'll hold it for now. And just keep an eye on that 15 to continue back higher to the green. Nice, guys. Huge. Great reaction right there. Great reaction. Great reaction. Going to be patient. Want to maybe try to see if we can let this 5 close. Might turn this into... That's some... the volume pressure's sort of low up here. No buyers are trying. I might turn this into a scalp to play it safe. Let's see. 410 left. I'm gonna get out there, guys. We're gonna scalp that. That was a nice little scalp. The reason I'm gonna scalp that is because I still wanted to see NASDAQ hit this area down here, and for NASDAQ to pull back like that, ES would also be pulling back, or at least it wouldn't be as strong. Now, I did really want to see the 15 continue higher, so this could have been a really nice, you know, last minute entry for that rally. But I'm going to be patient, you know, obviously this could turn out to be, oh, you know, you got out too soon, and that's completely okay with me, right? And it has to be okay.
Okay. So yeah, so I was getting a little QuickBooks withdrawal. They use it for 30 years.
You guys got any questions? Please let me know. Good morning, everybody. Again, see a few new faces in the Bullishbrs community. Adrian, Daryl, what's going on, Daryl? DG Writer, what's going on? What's going on? Siva, what's up? TV, what's going on? Ouija, whole bunch of new faces. Love seeing it. Love seeing it. A growing community is a strong community, and a learning community is a happy community. Oh, back to what I was talking about before, guys. As for my execution screen, so I used to have this same exact lineup where it was like ES, NQ, then the VIX, and I would just execute like somewhere on here. I would hit trade, depth of market would pull up, or I would do like new order, just like that. Now what I'm doing is a bit different. I have where my ES and NQ, so these two charts are synced, so if I change it to the NASDAQ, it's going to show me the NASDAQ on both charts. But now what I can do is I keep these on just the 15-minute and just the 30-minute or the 1 hour. Because now what that's going to do is that's going to help me notice and recognize that, you know, okay, well, let's see this higher time frame. What's the higher time frame doing, and how's my execution look on that higher time frame, right? Am I buying where we are selling off right now? Am I selling when we're pushing higher right now? Caught 2 points on 4 contracts. Nice, man. What'd you get on what, ES, bro? Good stuff, good stuff. I know, look, ES, again, it does look like it wants to continue. It tapped into this fair value gap. It tapped it one more time, and there's that push. I did get out. Where'd I get out of ES? I got out of ES very early. I think I got out of ES at, like, if it'll load in time, that would be great. 57, 57, 25. Yeah, good stuff, dude. Good job. Good job. I know, I think I caught like 57, 45. Yeah, I caught like almost 3 points. I got 2.5 points on that. Such a small move. I hate that, but I wasn't confident in the move back higher, even though I was confident for the 15 to close. But my whole thing is, if I'm waiting for something to close, I shouldn't be trading anticipating it. Because if you're trading anticipating it to close like that, what's going to happen more likely than not is you're going to get it to close wrong. It's not going to close how you're expecting. It's going to continue back lower. Of course, yes, sometimes it will continue and you'll have a great entry. But that's when you really have those good entries, right? Like this demand entry on NASDAQ was fantastic. That if we waited for this 5 minute to close, waited for maybe the 15 to close, we would still be holding this. Because then, yes, if we got long down here, we're waiting for this 15 to continue, well then we're not really feeling any pain if it pulls back a bit, because we got long all the way down here. Whereas if you got long up here, and it moves a little, it chops a little, well, we would still be patient for the hourly to close, but now at this point, I'm chasing it. I'm trying to convince myself why I should stay in it. And it's just not worth it at that point. So again, it does look good for buyers to continue. The delta has been very strong for the buyers. Now, huge buy lot at 57.60 on ES, guys. 57.60. 1,000 positive delta right there. So this does look good to continue. Wow, look at that, guys. We caught ES down here. We caught NASDAQ at the bottom, man. I gotta have more confidence in my trades, dude. Because I'm telling you guys, feeling like it's gonna continue. But we're gonna be patient. I'm gonna be patient. Yo, what's up, Clove? What's up, KT? What's going on, guys? Barbie, Dee Dee. Good morning, good morning. Amity. Habibi. I like the names, guys. Cool names. I'm boring. I'm Kevin. Heads up and heads up to Marzity too. Eventually, at some point, hopefully, when my website is up and running, I'm going to be doing morning briefings, 8:30 to 9. Now, I think that is Marzity's time too, but I'm gonna be doing mine on, right? That's when you do yours?
Yeah, it's fine, but I mean, we're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I'll do mine on Zoom, and I'll sort of like what Sig does, and I'll drop my Zoom link, in the Discord.
We're doing the same thing. So
I'm very easy on it, whatever it is.
more
Yeah.
plus you're a moderator, so feel free to take it. It's fine. It won't hurt my feelings at all.
That's fine.
It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, the reason I was doing that is because once I have my website up, I'm gonna have a few different mentorship programs. I have an 8-week program. I'm gonna have like just one-on-one sessions, weekly accountability sessions, and I wanted to throw in there also morning briefings. So that's something that people could buy sort of as a package. But I'm gonna make it completely free, the morning briefing part, for the Bullish Bears members because I feel like that's only fair. Because I love you guys. There's that continuation, guys. Damn, son. Damn. I'm not, and you can't really, it's hard to go long up here too, because again, guys, you take a long position up here, and you gotta ask yourself, where's my stop loss, right? You put your stop loss, say, at these candles close. Well, how do you know that the market's not gonna go wick and stop hunt you? We don't know that. That's why having those predetermined areas, having some type of trade plan, this fair value gap was huge on ES. So we're just being patient. Level 500. Oh, what's going on? I'm so sorry, YouTube. Missed a few comments there. I'll exit 488 on QQQ. I'm still on NQ. Level 500. Oh, you're looking at QQQ, so you're looking at the Qs. Yeah, I mean, let's see, 500 is a key level for sure on NQ, but that's way too far for any consideration right now. What we could do is we could look at that previous day range on the NASDAQ, on QQQ, I should say, and look at that previous day range. That lined up with where we ended up getting that long on NASDAQ longs, right? So we broke previous day low on QQQ, which was also previous day low, was a bit lower on the futures, and then again gave us that reversal. So that was a pretty clean trade so far, right? Swept the sell side. Now we're looking to go take out that buy side. If you are trading options, guys, QQQ, NQ, ES, SPY, they are all correlated together. Well, SPY, ES, SPX, those are correlated together. NQ, QQQ, and I think NDX is also the other options. And gold and crude just sort of in the middle of nowhere right now, right, guys? So we picked the right pairs, picked the right market to trade. Now, let's take a look at what's at the hourly. Look at that hourly, guys. What a nice basing candle. What a good guy. What a nice guy. Really looking for that 15 to continue. So I'm really looking for an entry. I don't think we're going to get an entry down here anymore. I just don't. I'd like to see maybe if we could sweep this low in reverse. We try that out. But nothing's going to beat this long entry on NASDAQ. That's insane. Look at our equities. Looks like Microsoft is at a daily demand zone right now. So guys, if anything, you know what? Wait a minute. Let's see. I'm going to trade 0, my Benzinga contest, right? I'm going to see if we get some Microsoft calls to swing. Because I want to see Microsoft in a daily demand zone. Make sure that daily demand zone is still valid. It is. I'm definitely going to swing some Microsoft calls. Let's go to... What is it, 0 Pro or 0 Web? Maybe it's 0 Web. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. That's not what I recognize at all. 0 Free? That's what I recognize, the simpler version. Let's get NASDAQ ES back up there for a sec. Again, looking for longs to continue. I'm not in any trades right now. I'm looking for Microsoft calls to swing right now on Benzinga's thing. So let's see, Microsoft. Let's go with next week's daily Microsoft 420 calls.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning, good morning. I'm going to do 50 contracts. 50 times 3, 15. 15 grand Microsoft. I'll do 60 contracts.
Did you catch that V bounce on NQ?
Mm-hmm. Got out way too soon. Got out way too soon. But yeah, we caught that bottom on NQ earlier.
Nice.
I'm in those Microsoft calls too right now. But that's for what's it called? That's a swing trade for next week 420 calls. I'm fine if they go red. I'm fine if they sell off. I don't really give a shit. It's just it's a paper account thing. It's Benzinga's hosting a free. I'll show you guys. It is a free contest. It's really cool. Contest. This is number 2 is contest we're on right now. Ends November 14th. You guys do still have some time. Cash prize $10,000 first place, tour of the New York Stock Exchange and lunch for 2. Second place is $2 grand, and then third contest is 15 grand prize. So check that out. Check that out. Still being patient. You know, we're looking for longs to continue, but we're looking for an area to enter a long position, right? We haven't been given that long entry, that second entry just yet. It could have been this one right here, but we're just staying patient. We did take ES longs right there. We got out a bit too soon. But now at this point on the 15, again, it looks like we want to see continuation on that 15-minute time frame. I'm looking to see, there's no really heavy levels on ES or NQ right now. Nothing crazy strong. So we're just sort of chop zone right now. Chop city. Okay, crude took out this low, the sell side liquidity. If it could manage to push back higher above it, I would try a crude long position. But right now, we close in 2 seconds. It doesn't look like we're getting that close. Also want to look at the 15-minute time frame, 30-minute. 30 could potentially be bullish. But this 5 is too strong to the downside. Want to see Microsoft push higher. I wouldn't, and again, the reason I don't try a long position here thinking we're going to continue higher, even though I do think we're going to continue higher, is I don't know if we're going to start pulling back first. I don't know what the market wants to do just yet.
Hey Cameron, did you look at oil this morning?
What was that?
Did you look at crude this morning and I missed it?
What was that, crude?
Yes.
Yeah, I covered crude a little bit, a couple times. I'll go over it again real quick. We had an hourly supply zone that we rejected once. This rejection though was pre-market, right? This was when we opened on Sunday. We broke back into it and we broke above it and we tried to hold it as support. And that's sort of what I'm looking for now too, is for us to hold this area of support. Part of me does want to consider a crude long position because it just wicked this key level right here. We could keep a tight stop loss on that. That might be a potential trade setup. Other than that, not really seeing much on crude, but that might be it on crude right there, actually. Sure. Let me see. I actually might take that on crude.
We might be breaking down on NQ right now.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I wanted a pullback on NQ. I don't know about a breakdown, but I wanted a pullback. There we go, crude. I like crude. Crude.
Yeah, sorry, pull back.
All good, man. All good. Definitely considering crude longs. 230 left though. Might wait for the 5 to close. How's crude looking on Bookmat? We did hit a pretty strong area. We'll give crude a shot there, guys. Stop loss is where you see it. I'm in one contract crude. Stop loss is at this key level. Ooh, immediately pulled back. We're going to be patient. We're going to watch this. Ooh, not looking good on those longs right out the gate. What got me long was this big sell bubble at this key level. I wanted to see if we could reverse and hold that, but it's looking like it wants to fail it. I really wanted that 15 to hold bullish, though, so we're going to just wait and see. Waiting to see on crude. NASDAQ ES perfect, finally pulling back. I'll pull crude back up if anything happens. Right now we are just still in that long position and it's back to break even. Buyers are trying to step in on crude but trying to fail. Still looking for ES and NQ potential long positions here. I was looking for the 15 to continue higher, which closes in a minute 10. Take a look at crude on the 15. I wanted the crude to at least close on the 15-minute time frame somewhere, let's say right up here. So we got about 56 seconds left. I really want to see buyers step in on crude to push us a bit higher. Straight out the rip, you know, hey. There we go, crude. Giving us a little something. Nice, crude, beautiful. Oh my goodness. You shouldn't have. But let's see where we close. 30 seconds till we close. 30-minute also closes soon. 15 seconds. I like, you know what it is? The 30-minute had this inverse hangman candle, which usually will get a spike lower and then reverse and push green on this candle. So that's what I really liked. The 15's getting close to closing where I wanted it to. We have 10 seconds left, though. Getting a bit of selling pressure. Let's see. We'll be patient on crude. Let's take a look at NASDAQ and ES too. Really just choppy right now. I'm going to be patient. want to hold crude and see if crude wants to push back up. But sort of giving me a tougher time here. It's not looking too bad for the buyers, at least. There we go, crude. Yeah, a little something, something. Nice buying pressure on crude. What was that?
Break, Nasdaq, break.
I might hop out of crude, call it a scalp, and be done with it, because I'm not trying to hold something like crude today. We saw it was range bound, so I don't want to expect a move when we're range bound. So we're all out of crude right there. Ooh, gave me a spike. Did it fill me on the spike? Oh no, it filled me right at this key level. So again, just a scalp on crude, just a little bit of scalps today. Nothing too crazy. It does look like it might want to continue, and that's okay. Take a look at the 30-minute NQES. Take a look at the 1-hour NQES. Still looks bullish. But we're really not making any imbalances or any real entries or any good moves. I want to see Microsoft go crazy to the buy side, so these calls go nuts on my Trade Zero account. Now I'm going to be swinging those calls on Microsoft, guys. I'm looking for the 420 call on Microsoft. Now usually I don't trade options, don't really trade equities, but I'm looking for the 420 call, which is this strike price right here, and I have next week's expiration, right? So I have plenty of time for it. Theta is not an issue. So I'm looking for us to push back at least into this gap, right? So I'm going to add an alert on this gap. I'm going to name the alert Microsoft 415, Microsoft gap 415 close 50%. I don't know, just to remind myself I'm in a position, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I don't really trade options. Tomorrow, by the time tomorrow comes, I'm going to forget I'm even swinging it. So pretty solid day so far. I think we are ES scalp, NQ scalp, crude oil scalp, and then that was an ES loss this morning. So we are 3 for 4 today, 75% win rate, and that is about it for now. Good buying pressure on Nasdaq again, and I'm looking at the book map to tell me that, right? Look at the buying bubble and the buying delta at this 20,139 level. Very strong, very strong. Considering longs on Nasdaq, Microsoft looks good. Weighted index looks like it wants to continue higher. Yeah, I like 20,140 because that's where we had very strong buying delta. Yeah, there's that push higher. Love it, love it, love it. So like this might be what I'll look for. No more of that. Microsoft pushing up. A little bit of green on those calls. Crude chopping. You're just staying patient now, guys. We're in Microsoft calls over here. And then 60 Microsoft contracts, 420 strike expiring next week. Take a look at the hourly. 30-minute, 15, 5-minute, everything. We want to know what everything is doing. Good buying pressure still. Dude, my back is killing me today. And for the first time in a minute, it isn't my kidney, which is good. Alright, Microsoft, let's continue higher now. I wanted those Microsoft calls for a swing trade because we hit this Microsoft daily demand zone. Oh, look at crude with a little bit of a push. That key level worked pretty well. Nice, Microsoft. Nvidia, NASDAQ, I should say. NASDAQ continuing. Yeah, again, hourly, 30-minute, 15-minute. All these are screaming bullish right now, guys. So don't be trying to chase a short. I'm not trying to chase any longs. I really wanted a pullback entry. I wanted some type of valid entry that I know where I'm placing my stop loss. Right now, equities look good to continue. Meta looks good to continue. Everything looks good to continue except sort of Apple at the moment. NASDAQ, again, good buying pressure. Oh, that's crude. I'm like, why does ES not look right on Bookmap? Because I had crude up. Dumbass. Alright, so if we're looking for targets on things like ES and NQ, we really don't have that much supply above us, and I guess that's also what was sort of keeping me bullish. Want to see how we react on NASDAQ. Yes, let's see, we have a zero node almost at 57.60.75. 57.60.75 right here. And by that, I mean, look at this. 70.60.75. We have 32.36 sell side, 32.36 buy side. So it's even zero node on the delta. So I want to see if price wants to come back into it, fill some of that, and continue. But it was pretty good on the volume profile, so if anything, it would maybe be like 57.62. Patience, patience, patience. Some good trades today so far. Definitely could have been a lot better if we held NASDAQ, man. That's crazy. Crazy. Damn, it's still going. Crude pulling back. Gold pulling back. Those are very choppy right now, right? That's why it's good that we're trading NASDAQ and ES today. It's good to be aware of that. NASDAQ continuing, man. Really don't have any targets till up here. And then after that, no really targets till up here. So talk about a rip. Good stuff on NASDAQ today. How is Microsoft's doing good? Meta's doing good. How does Meta look on the daily? If Meta looks good on the daily, no. Does anything look bullish on the daily to swing? Not really. Tesla hit this gap. I mentioned that I wanted to see us hit this gap and push higher. I did a Tesla video last time we had earnings on Tesla about 2 weeks ago. Nice push there on Microsoft. Calls are looking good. And again, that too, guys, right? So I noticed that NASDAQ's pushing higher but not really giving me an entry, so I traded some options on Microsoft. Now, I don't have an options account loaded with real capital just yet. This is a paper account because of the Benzinga contest, the Trade Zero Benzinga contest. So we're going to see how that wants to play out. I'm going to swing those calls. I'm in the 420 calls on Microsoft. VIX has been pushing lower, which is bullish. Guys, that VIX off that key level 2, damn, man. Damn, today could have printed crazy on the NASDAQ for us, but that's okay. We just got to readjust, realign, and re-execute, right? Reposition ourselves. Anyone? Massive potential with LRHC. I can't tell. I'm pretty sure we just got, like, bot spammed in the comments. Look at this. All at once. All at once. I'm pretty sure that's a pump and dump. LRHC. Unless it's literally moving right this second like crazy. Which it can be. It's not. LRHC. Yeah, okay, buddies. You guys can get the hell out of my stream. I've never seen that in a live stream before where they swarm the comments like that. I've seen what have I seen? I've seen on like YouTube videos in the comment section. I've not seen that though. It's funny, I'm considering grabbing some longs on NQ up here because of that buying momentum. But again, it's very difficult, to grab a long up here to understand, where's your stop loss. So we're going to wait. $15-minute. Still need a good 15-minute imbalance. We have not created that yet.
NQ is chopping on a trend line and a volume VPOC right now. So I'd wait for a break.
I like Microsoft to continue there. Time is it, guys? 10:30. Boring. Crude might give us a nice reversal to the upside. I was looking at it before. I was in long crude right from here. I got out up here. Small little scalp. Can't live off of scalps. Let's see. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello. Guys, when it comes to asking messages, you could, on Discord, if you got any questions, I'll show you. You could ask it in the main chat. So I always have the main chat open on one of my monitors. Same with YouTube's questions area. If you do want to DM me, you could direct message me too. If you want to put it in the questions tab, that's fine too. Live stream, I do see there's a little dot. Sometimes that means there's a message. Hello, do you have any watch list for swings this week? I do not normally swing trade, right? So I'm mainly a day trader. I trade futures every day, trade ES, NQ, crude, and gold. So swing trading's not really my ideal, not my cup of tea. I am swing trading some Microsoft 420 calls at the moment. Got in those around 408. I don't want to see us below 406. If we get below 406, I'll probably stop out of those.
Jeremy does a swing trade YouTube video.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday.
Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12:30 or no 11:30 Eastern. 11:30 Eastern. He'll make the announcement in the Discord. But if you watch the Bullishbrs, if you're on YouTube right now, watch the Bullishbrs for a live stream to kick off Tuesday, Thursdays at 11:30 Eastern.
Good stuff, good stuff. Alright, waiting on that 15 close, guys. 16 seconds left. Nice 15-minute close, 30-minute just closed too. Let's check the 30-minute on crude. Look at that 30-minute reversal candle on crude, right? Nice basing for potential longs. Let's see what else. The 45-minute just closed as well. I do want to know how that closed. Pretty bullish on ES and NQ as well. So we're really just still staying patient right now. Guys, remember, when it comes to day trading, not every day is a day that we should be taking a trade. And what I mean by that is if we don't see a setup, if we don't have a demand zone close, we don't have a supply zone close, then we don't have a trade to take. Same with something like crude or gold, right? Now, a lot of times if I see the NASDAQ and ES aren't near any supply or demand zones, yes, absolutely, yo, awesome having you, Musical from YouTube. Awesome having you. Be good, be well. Take care and happy trading. I'll see you next time. Don't forget, check us out on Twitch at Kevin Futures. I'll go live tomorrow too for you guys on Twitch, and then Friday I'll go live on YouTube as well. Okay, good question, good question. So somebody said when I type up ES on TradingView, you know, the first thing that comes up is an electric energy source, right? And that's absolutely right. Right now, if you don't have a broker connected to your TradingView, when you look up ES, it's going to give you this energy stock. So what you're going to want to do is type ES and make sure you're under all, and you're going to click the first one that says ES E-mini S&P 500 futures. Now, if by chance you don't see that, when you look up ES, you could then do 1 exclamation point, and that should also bring it up and let you pick this one. So let me know if that helped. That should work. Bum, 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 bum. I'm telling you guys, this NASDAQ, man, NASDAQ's looking good to continue. I don't know. I'm not a scalper like that. I'm not trying to buy up here. We already have a nice little profit for the day off of some scalps. Okay, awesome. So let me know. Somebody had the question. I don't want to call them out or not, but let me know if that did help you before it did. When you search ES, if you get that energy source, just make sure you click, when you're searching it, don't hit enter. Even though sometimes when you do ES and hit enter, that will bring up the energy source. If you do ES, just click this one under futures, or you could go to futures and it'll only show you the futures. But ES, and it's going to be this one, or you could do ES 1 exclamation point. And that one, when you hit enter, will bring up the right ES. But just make sure that you do have data available, because sometimes when people don't have data, this little green dot is yellow and it will tell you that your market data is delayed. So when you go to execute, let's say it looks like the market is right here and you want to buy at this 57.6450. If you put an order in to buy but you have 15-minute delayed data, it might fill you all the way up here, right? Or it might, because it looks like this, the market might be up here at this point, or the market might be down here at this point. So you might not know because you have delayed data. That's why also those, what's it called, prop firms and stuff, I always recommend people to sort of try to get their footing, get their feet wet with a prop firm versus funding a real account. Because when you go with a prop firm, just like Apex, something cheap, you're really able to, use their data. They give you data for the month. It's a monthly fee of whatever it is when you get it on sale. But they give you the data. You're able to paper trade on that account. You're able to trade properly on that account. And again, it links to TradingView, so you could execute on TradingView. So would definitely recommend a prop firm. For beginners, I always recommend Apex Trader Funding. The reason I say Apex over something like Top Step is because they work a little differently. Now, not only is Apex cheaper, but they work a bit better for the trader, especially the newer traders, in the sense that when you're trading Top Step, if you're on a 50K account and they're only allowing you 2 max contracts of minis, that means you're only allowed 2 max contracts on micros too, which doesn't make any sense. Because if you're trading a micro on NQ, that's $2 a point. You're trading a mini on NQ, that's $20 a point. So with that math, you should be able to trade 1 mini or 10 micros or 2 minis or 20 micros. They have it locked in where it's just 1 contract or 2 contracts, period, no matter minis or micros. Apex, that's Top Step. Apex, on the other hand, does let you trade a bunch of micros, right? So that's why I say start with Apex, so you guys could get a feel for it, have very low risk, maybe risk $75 per trade, $100 per trade, going with maybe 4 or 5 micro Nasdaqs, 5 or 6 micro ES, MES, MNQ. On Top Step X, they have mini to micro adjustment. Do they? Is that Top Step X? Is that just when you get a Top Step account through Top Step? Or is that like when you get the Tradeovate one? Because I ended up getting the Tradeovate one because I wanted to try them out. And by the way, their payout process is flawless. Like, that was crazy quick. I requested, my first payout was like Friday night. They approved it, I think it was Monday, and then it was in the bank Wednesday. It was nuts. Yes, using Top Step X platform. Okay, so that's why. So they do make it a little tougher for you. Again, though, sort of the same situation of you could only do that if you're following their rules strictly and all that on Top Step X. Yeah, so then again, really, I would really suggest people get started with something like Apex, because again, it's much cheaper. And Apex also just, released an update to their payout system, right? So instead of there being a payout window from the 1st to the 5th, I'm going to pull up the information. So there's no more payout window, 1st to the 5th payout window. Here we go. Okay, so no more payout windows, which is huge. So that means once you hit your 8 trading days on that funded account with at least 5 days of profit, you're able to take a withdrawal, which is huge, right? Before you had to trade those 10 days in between, and the payout window was the 1st through the 5th, and then the 15th through the 20th. So they made it really hard for you to get both payouts, right? Because you have to request the first window, you gotta wait for it to be approved. Sometimes it took a week to get approved on Apex, and it's like, what are you doing? Because when it takes that long to be approved, if you trade on that account and you accidentally trade it below where that threshold was or below where your profit was and they didn't pull it from the account yet, guess what? They're not giving you your payout. So they make you wait longer intentionally because it gives them the opportunity to give you the chance to blow that account. Now, they've updated their request system, so it's super fast. I mean, I see people are requesting it on the weekends now and getting approved on the weekend. See people requesting it at 12 in the morning and getting approved at 1 in the morning. So, huge difference. I might step back into Apex myself just to give them a shot, see how that new payout withdrawal system works. No more flipping rule, even though it is going to be very difficult to flip an account because they have that whole 30% hard 30% consistency rule, guys. Now that is very difficult because now they're looking for unrealized losses cannot exceed negative 30% of total profits too, right? So that's a little bit huge and a little bit crappy. However, it's funny, all these rules Apex gives us, and I love it even more because now when I'm coaching people, when I'm teaching people, Apex is forcing you guys to follow strict rules and follow good sizing, right? Now they're forcing you to have that accountability and that risk management, but I guess not really forcing you to have accountability, but they're giving us the opportunity to have good risk management. And that's what I really like about them. Yeah, I mean, Apex had huge updates, definitely a lot better, definitely recommend for beginner traders. Kevin, sorry I may miss a minute, can you please post information for Apex? Yes, absolutely. Yes, for sure, give me a few minutes, please. You guys see, this is exactly why I didn't try to chase those longs, right? I said I wanted to try longs up here, but what was going on? We don't have any support under us. We didn't get a pullback yet. We didn't get that entry yet. Break. Yes, I'm watching you live, but I'm in Schwab and it's not coming up. Oh, you know what? You might have to download the Thinkorswim application. Dee, if I think you are still in the voice chat, download when you go online. Look up Thinkorswim Schwab, and that should be it. Let me see if I can pull it up. Thinkorswim. So like if you look up Thinkorswim download desktop, Thinkorswim desktop. You could then, let's see, it should be a Thinkorswim platforms, desktop. It will give you an opportunity to download it. I have Schwab myself. I had it when it was TD Ameritrade. But, they're a pretty good platform too, and they will you'll have the data on there, so that's good.
You got to put $500 in to get live data.
Gotcha. Yo, absolutely. My pleasure. Absolutely. Teamwork makes the...
A lot of people are like, well, I don't want to $500. Flop that you're long in.
Who you talking?
It has to be cash.
Who you talking to that's talking like that? You talking to Charlie Brown's teacher? Wah, 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 wah. That's great. Yo, I had some nice longs today, man. I'm so, I don't want to say pissed that I got out of these NASDAQ longs, but I'm a little bothered with myself for getting out too soon on those, because that was a beautiful entry. But we're going to be patient, right? It is what it is, and that's okay. Let's see. Oh, yes. Writing Cat wanted some information on Apex. Writing Cat, are you still in the voice chat right now? You are. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm going to give you a quick rundown on Apex right now, because it's easier to talk it out than type everything out. I'm also going to pull up Apex's website right now too, so we can keep an eye on everything. Now, Apex Trader Funding is a proprietary firm, prop firm. Basically, when you buy an account, they give you an evaluation account. Think of it like a test phase. Now, if you get a 50K account, we come down one more to Tradeovate, because you want a Tradeovate plan, not Rhythmic. Now, they give you up to 10 minis. Guys, you're not going to be trading 10 minis on a 50K account. I can guarantee you that you should not be. 10 minis, 100 micros, right? So again, it gives you that even split. Profit goals, 3,000. Trailing thresholds, 2,500. If you're up 500 one day, and so you're at 50,500, your trail stop is going to come closer to you by 500. So now your trail stop went from 47,500 to 4,800. Now let's say you lose that 500. Well, now your trail stop is still there. Your trail stop is still back at that 4,800, but now instead of having a window of 2,500, your window is smaller to 2,000. So that's why we shouldn't really be risking, 500, 600, 700 per trade, because we only really have a trail stop of 2,500. We shouldn't be blowing it if we're wrong 2 or 3 times in a row. So this is the account I usually recommend people to get. They do have a 25K account, which is, I guess, a bit simpler. But, 1,500 target, 1,500 trail stop, but you'd really have to go very light in size on this. The 50K account, I do like to recommend people, risk 150, maybe risk 200, look for good 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s, stuff like that. You get funded in, they usually have some type of sale running. That sale will show up right over here. Because they don't have a sale running, if you use discount code Bullishbrs, you still get at least 71% off of whatever the price is. So even though this says $167 a month, 71% of that makes this account only about $30, $40. So again, they're giving you, for $30, $40, you get a whole month to paper trade it, to use their data, to try to pass it, and if you pass it, then you pay the one-time lifetime fee for the funded account. And again, same thing with the updated rules. It used to be you were locked in, you were capped on a 50K account, you could only take out 2,000 per payout window. net until like after the third or fourth month. Now it's locked in at that 2,000 until your sixth payout. After your sixth payout, you could take out everything, so you get it a lot sooner now. My goal is to make from 200 to 4,000. Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a great question. I won't say who asked it, but the question being, if I have a goal of a net profit of 200 a day or a goal of 4,000 a day, is that possible with this strategy, with that strategy, with whatever? Anything, I'm going to tell you right now, anything in the market, 4,000 a month, beyond possible. I'll tell you that's possible. $200 a day, possible. $2,000 a day, possible. When it comes to trading, the one thing that matters is finding our edge, reading the market and understanding the market. Because once we're able to find that edge and find consistency, we're able to scale up in size, right? Now, if you start out, I always recommend when I have a new student, new client, I always recommend, if you start out on an Apex account, start very light. Make your first goal. Your goal, when you're starting, your goal is not to pass your eval. Your goal, prove to me that you could trade this account for a week and not blow it. Prove to me you have good risk management and not blow your account. And if you show me that you took one trade a day and each one was a loss, but you're only down 500-600, okay, that's a good week. That's a good week because you're still just starting. And I want to hear, what did you learn from this? Did you learn that I should size down more? Did you learn that it was a lot less stressful to size down with this? Because we have to remember our emotions play such a huge role in trading, and it's what keeps a lot of people inconsistent. Is that need, that emotion, that feel, that need, that I gotta find the best strategy, I gotta find the best indicator, I gotta find... No, you don't gotta find any of that. You gotta find your edge and what works for you. So again, $200 a day, is that doable? Yes, of course it is. It depends strategy-wise, depends what you're risking, it depends everything, right? Now, if your goal is 200 a day, my opinion, if I were you, I would maybe risk $50 a trade, right? That way you could say, okay, if I'm looking for 2-to-1s or 3-to-1s, if I'm risking $50 a trade, in 2 or 3 trades, well, really 2 trades, I should be at my $200 goal. Now again, if you do get a bit heavier in size, let's say you want to risk $75 per trade, you're looking for maybe a 3-to-1 risk to reward, well now you're risking 75 to make 225. And that's where risk management plays a big role too. Oh my god, people are bombing it about that LRHC. Guys, remember that stock, because how funny would it be if that thing did end up pumping? These randoms in here were just like, check it out! I'm glad we got out of crude. Gold's chopping too. Definitely picked the right ones to trade today, guys. $50K account, 3340, currently killing eval with Bullishbrs code. Good job, Clove. Love to see that. Love to see it. Ouija, good question too, though, about the watch lists. I think we did answer that earlier. Jeremy does watch lists videos Tuesdays and Thursdays as Thursday videos. He does that with Matthew Tuttle, who is a big name, big guy in the institutional industry. So that's pretty dope that he's featured on our Bullishbrs videos. Yeah, so $50K account, $33, very cheap to get started. Again, guys, you have to really play it against each other, right? Now, you either fund your own account with a few $100s or a couple thousand and risk losing those few thousands of dollars, or you get started with an eval, right? Get your feet in the water, start trading without worrying or having that emotional attachment to the money you're trading. That's why evaluation accounts too are so great. And that used to be my main selling point with these evals, is that like you're trading with an enormous amount of capital, 50K, 25K, 150K. You're able to trade 2 contracts, 4 contracts, 10 contracts, but really only be risking $40 of your own money. Only be risking, if you bought the funded account, $170. You know, $170 risk for the ability to take out a profit of at least $2,000 on that first withdrawal is huge. So again, risk reward on that, risking $200 to make $2,000 with multiple payouts, huge. huge. Microsoft slowly pushing higher. I wonder how those calls are doing. The calls are at break even. I'm gonna let those swing though. Hourly closes soon. Hourly looks nice to the buy side, guys. It is 10:50. We are wrapping it up. If you guys got any questions, please let me know. Now, let me get a little closer to the mic. Any questions, please let me know. I do hope today was a great day for you guys, as it was for me, and I do hope you guys were able to learn something. I feel like we covered a lot of great things today. Went over confirmations in the morning. Red candle freaks me out. Got out of trade too early as soon as I saw a bigger red candle, but I'm fine with that. Okay, so writing cat, that's a good question, good point, and it's a good thing to write because now we can sort of go over that because you're not the only one with that kind of, with that mindset of saying, hey, listen, you know what? I was in this long position on the 5 minute, and once I saw a big red candle, I immediately got scared, I stopped out. Happens all the time, and again, that's a psychological factor, right? You got scared, right? Hear that out. You got scared out of the trade. You didn't get out of the trade from confirmation. You got out of the trade because you were scared. Now, sometimes, why do we get scared in the market? Well, a lot of times that comes from us risking maybe too much on that trade. Maybe it comes from a poor entry on that trade. Whatever it might be, it's good to try to address it so that you don't build a bad habit with it.
Kevin, let me toss in real quick here as I'm winding down myself. Anybody interested in an evening session? Because I know most of you obviously are here for the day session, but I'm open to either a Tuesday and or a Thursday evening, 7 p.m. this week. As far as anybody, new people that want to just cover some topics, questions, trading strategies, completely open forum. If you're interested in it, please DM me at Marzidi, or, whatever. And so it'll be either Tuesday or Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, if you're interested in that, especially you new folks or new to Bullishbrs. That's it. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Yeah, maybe. I know a lot of people have been asking lately about a Trade of 8 walkthrough. I know you did a Trade of 8 walkthrough webinar before, but I think it might be really helpful, especially, sort of go over, the copy account situation, especially because Apex is so big now.
Don't know much. I've never used that one, so that would be you or a Jeremy thing.
All right.
I may have to drag you into that, but yeah, like I said, if I get some interest, I'll be glad to run it. If everybody's happy where they are and I don't get any messages, then I'm gonna go eat cookies and watch TV.
Oh, well, that sounds good.
Hey Kevin, can you share the weekly schedule again with us?
Yes, the weekly schedule of...
I know you're here on Monday, but then I think you said Aaron's here on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm here on Monday and Friday in the mornings. Jeremy is Tuesday and Thursday, and Creed is Wednesday. Now, that's just the morning shifts. I also go live, though, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday on Twitch, which you could find that Twitch account. If you click my profile, it will be right there. So if you click that, it'll bring you to my Twitch, and if I'm live, it'll just bring you automatically to that live stream.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
For sure. What else? Yeah, and then we have the afternoon streams, of course, too, which are usually primarily Signet and Creed. Yeah.
The Monday stream is open. Sometimes if somebody needs something, I can jump in on Mondays, but I generally don't. But usually that's Tuesday through Friday. And let's see, Signet is Wednesday and Friday, I think. And
I think so.
Tuesday, Thursday.
I think so. I was gonna make a schedule and post it somewhere in the Bullishbrs page so everybody knew it. The moderator schedule. Be mornings we have blah blah blah.
All right, we've got to sign up for tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So if anybody else wants to jump in on that, feel free. 7 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be Discord here in the live chat. So we'll be running that. And as a general rule, I am open to doing evening sessions. If anybody has a question or something like that, just send me a message.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys. Appreciate everything y'all are doing.
Dude, for sure. For sure. It's our pleasure. Love doing what we do.
Well, one of the more interesting things is we have a lot of European traders in the group, and, because they're on a completely different time schedule. So in some cases, they align better with the morning traders, and in other cases, they align better with the evenings. But generally speaking, the evening session, I'm usually the one that'll run those. So certainly, if you ever have a question and evening is better for you, send me a message and we'll put on a open group thing and whatever.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be wrapping up the stream there. YouTube, don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. I do appreciate it. I'll be back on the live on Friday. Discord, I hope you guys were able to capitalize today on some profits on some of those moves to the upside today. Glad we were able to keep that bias right today. Even before market open, I said we're going to be careful, look for some type of buying pressure, and that's exactly what we got. We were a bit early to the party on ES, but that's okay because we ended up having a nice trade on NASDAQ, and we did end up catching some ES from here to about here. Could have, of course, let that run up a bit stronger, but we were really protecting ourselves today, right? Very low risk, really shooting for maybe 2-3 to 1 risk to reward. Alright guys, take care, happy trading, have a great day, and any questions, please feel free to shoot me a DM. Take care, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. Alright, YouTube, I'm going to see you guys soon. Make sure you guys hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe, make sure you check me out on Twitch at Kevin Futures. I'm going to be live there tomorrow, catch some trades. Peace out.